Hello, hello. I've already scuffed it. Oh, I didn't press the right button. It's fine. You didn't see everything. I saw everything myself. It was a catastrophe. I just clicked the wrong button and it didn't transition like I wanted to. But you know what? That's okay. Hello, hello. Happy when I haven't even started reading it and we're already tongue-tied. Happy Women Wednesday, everybody. It's that time of the week again. Every Wednesday we just played the ye old VN, and typically of the Yuri variety. This game's a little loud. I don't remember it being this loud. Oh well. But yeah, and the current name of the game is TwoFold. We've been playing through it. I played through all of Millie's route, enjoyed it. Playing through Caprice's route, and honestly, it's kind of showing that first impressions aren't always the ones you should trust, because when I played through Millie's route, I kind of didn't... Caprice didn't give me the best first impression, but now that we're kind of going through her route today, going through her route, I've kind of been, like, being a little... I don't quite want to say sympathetic, but I've definitely felt, like, a lot more drawn to her, so to speak. It's, like, got past those kind of initial, like, weirdness. I don't quite want to say grievances either. That's not really the word. But either way, as I said, everyone's Wednesday. We play Wednesday. And I am going to be showing this pretty extensively for the next week. Because, did set up the old Discord server recently. There's like a little delay on that. So I've been kind of trying to get in the habit of like using that and posting that more, just because for now the main focus is just kind of like give stream notifications. But I don't know, maybe we'll do more stuff with the server down the road. We'll see. But for now, if you want live pings or just don't follow Blue Sky that much, yeah, stream notification worked. So I've at least got that stuff. I haven't scuffed that. There are a few things about the server I'm still kind of grappling with a little bit, but nothing major enough. I'm like I'm going to hide it, and I feel ashamed. But I'm also very tired. I had a few job interviews this morning. I feel they all went pretty well, but I pretty much got home. I like ate lunch, and then I was just kind of like, I'm gonna take a little nap. And then I woke up, and it was 4 hours later. Whoops. Whoops. But so I'm like kind of still a little groggy. I can also tell my throat's been kind of lately, but I've also been kind of like, so probably I definitely didn't want to skip another Women's Wednesday because I missed it last week, but I'll definitely probably take it easy from streaming, definitely tomorrow at least. But either way, but again, I do love my Women's Wednesdays, and I do love TwoFold. This game is actually very endearing to me, and as someone who kind of grew up with like kind of a weird family situation myself, it's definitely kind of like rung a lot of bells for me. So, but that being said, I think I've been yapping enough, and I'm gonna be doing a whole lot more yapping. So why not do the yapping that's related to the game, shall we? Why did I make 2 saves? Alcor, what were you doing? Why are there 2 saves? Oh well.
Ollie! This is so exciting!
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, but... The moment she stepped into the diner, I had a feeling.
We're telling Mom about the girlfriend, I see.
But it already feels like I'm not doing enough.
As quick as I was to immediately jump to dating, I was just as eager to pass the buck to her when she offered to pick the place. Even if she jumped at the chance, I've still been feeling guilty over not being able to commit to something myself and leaving the burden of choice to her.
Well, she has to handle it, right? Did you have anywhere in mind yourself? I don't know. Somewhere nice?
Oh wow, so like we're already kind of like like Olive is already kind of like they're already jumping to like the dating thing, whereas like with Millie, like the first date, so to speak, never. It took so long to actually happen.
Expensive night?
Yes? I mean,
You're college students, honey.
it's a first date, though.
I mean, here's my thing on the first date. It's important to kind of like figure out your chemistry with the person you're dating. It doesn't have to be like super grandiose or a massive affair. Like definitely like do something a little nice. Like don't take the girl to McDonald's or something, you know. But it definitely doesn't have to be like over the top. Just like make like something nice to kind of like chill and test the waters. Like honestly, I'm like a fan of like the coffee shop or dinner and a movie first date. I'm like that's just kind of how I am, you know. Like it doesn't have to be like a big thing. It's just like, you know. I see so many people get hung up on like, oh, it has to be the perfect first date, and it's like it really doesn't. Just if the chemistry is there, then it'll be a great date. And if it's not, well, I mean, you know, you'll both kind of learn it's just not going to click, and you'll take your business elsewhere, so to speak. An expensive restaurant is definitely a cliche, but the fact that it is a cliche makes me feel like it would have been a safe bet, which is something I feel like I desperately need to not screw up first impressions. Homie, you've been hanging out with this girl for like how long now? I'm pretty sure we're past the point of worrying about first impressions.
Do you think Caprice would have been impressed by somewhere expensive?
Honestly, no.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Without question, that is not something Caprice cares about.
No one knows what Caprice likes better than Caprice herself. If she offered, just trust in her and go with the flow.
I wish she'd at least tell me what she has in mind. I don't want to under-prepare or over-prepare.
Again, like, I get it. Like, right, like, there's that worry of like, oh, if they do something like really nice and I just come in underdressed, or oh, what if I like come in like full blown like suit and tuxedo and we're just like eating at a diner. I get it.
I didn't even think about over-preparing until now. God.
You're overthinking things again, sweetie.
Okay, again, like I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but it just feels like a more natural like relationship progression with like Caprice and Olive and Millie did. I don't know, somebody's a whole Ollie Miliv. Wow, I actually flip-flopped their names. Wow. Olive Millie relationship is parts of it always felt kind of like looking back, I felt kind of forced to me. This feels like a more natural relationship. I inhale deeply.
I'm sure if she had something concrete in mind, she'd tell you. Have faith that Caprice knows you well enough to not put you on the spot like that.
I exhale.
Remember, what you end up doing doesn't matter. The point is just being together. Be yourself and you'll be fine, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. All right. Okay.
Relax and enjoy yourself. If you aren't having fun, then she won't be either. You're excited, aren't you?
That's one word for it.
Anxious, nervous, and sick to my stomach are all also potential winners.
Well, I'm excited for you. Tell me all about it, okay?
Of course, Mom. Love you.
I love you too. Good luck.
Despite everything, at least I can say I'm looking forward to it, even if I'm not sure what it is yet.
Ollie!
Hey, girl. I step off the trolley and am quickly greeted by my date. Trying to get used to thinking in terms like that still throws my mind for a loop. No matter how much I try to force into normalcy.
Ollie!
She rushes over and just about tackles me into a hug. Despite the Ollie alarm going off, I'm taken by surprise by the suddenness of it all the same. pulls away looking a little bit red. If she's a faint shade, I must look like the surface of the sun. Caprice is dressed up in unusual streetwear, and I'm immediately thankful I won the coin flip to decide to not wear anything special myself. We walk side by side, close enough to combat the evening chill.
Any trouble getting here?
Nope, quiet ride. How about you?
A quiet ride too.
Oh, we weren't trolley buddies? Aw. It feels entirely different when she says it. I had been told Millie offered to drive her today, which surprised me. I was hoping it was a sign that things were finally cooling down between them, but it seems as much of a sore spot as ever. As we continue our walk, I try to find a good place to ask where exactly we're headed as Caprice walks leisurely, glancing from place to place like she's looking for something.
Oh, how about we head inside here?
Oh, she's winging it. Caprice stops, tugging my shoulder to ensure I follow suit. We've landed right outside the small cafe Caprice would occasionally bring us to over the course of the semester.
How about it?
What's up?
I thought when you said you wanted to pick the place, you had somewhere in mind.
No, this is pretty part of the course for Caprice. She probably just like lives life on the seat of her pants.
Jumping to conclusions as always. I didn't have a single idea where to go.
Oh,
Finding inspiration along the way is kind of our thing, right?
She gives me a light nudge of that. All that worry over nothing. I was overthinking it.
you're right. You're right. You sure you're okay with this for a first date, though? It's not exactly unfamiliar territory.
We usually just grab something quick and head out, though. We can try their sit-in stuff so it'll feel different. Besides, familiar is good. It was either this, the pizza place, or the aquarium, and a cafe feels more, I don't know, romantic than a pizzeria?
I mean, fair.
What about the aquarium, then?
That place is extremely important to me. I can't just take you there from the get-go. You gotta work up to that.
But you already took us there from the get-go when we were part of the club, don't you remember?
You dragged me there when we were basically strangers.
Totally different context. You were merely my student, and it was a valuable educational experience. Now you're my...
It's comforting to know that even someone like Caprice is having as much trouble navigating parts of this as I am. The least I can do is offer an out we're likely both desperately searching for at this point.
I'm freezing. Let's head inside.
Yeah.
The tiny table is layered with a handful of pastries, mostly gravitating towards Caprice's side, and a couple of ceramic cups. Though identical, it's easy to figure out which belongs to who. Caprice's looks only vaguely like coffee and is otherwise filled with what must be a dozen different kinds of sweeteners.
I've watched it like 10 times.
10 times? Really?
Are we gonna learn about her hyperfixation?
Yeah, it's so good. Come on, you have to watch it at least once.
It's not usually my kind of thing.
I'll make you watch it with me.
You won't have a something about that phrase with that face is just so threatening. You won't have a choice.
Oh, yeah?
Strapped to a chair, eyes taped open, the whole 9 yards if I gotta.
We managed to settle into a groove I can only describe as a surprisingly normal, given how flustered we were upon entering. Conversations about nothing in particular come and go, each other's presence being more important than any individual subject matter that comes up. I quiet myself with a sip of the cafe's house blend.
I can't wait to tell everyone else.
Tell him why.
That we're dating.
Well...
You don't want to?
Her dejected tone immediately tells me that wasn't the way to go.
It's not that. I'm just... nervous.
We're friends. They'll be happy to know.
Yeah, I know. It's just a lot all at once. It took all my confidence just to tell my mom, so you can imagine.
They're like family too. It'll be easy.
That's right. The Caprice Club is, and please not this early. Please, please. I was having a good day, and you had to throw the minor spelling error this early on. Look. We're gonna look at this together, okay? We're just gonna hold on. We're just gonna experience it. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong screen. What am I doing? Okay, we're gonna experience this together. Hold on. We gotta. And vital part. I mean, we're gonna gesture to look and vital part. I don't know what it is. Like every time I see the spelling, like no matter how minor, no matter how small, every time I see the spelling error, it's just like my brain just locks onto it, and okay, now I have to readjust the screen because I was busy being a goofball. Okay, that'll be good. That's good. Or is it? No, I think we can. Okay, I'm really. Okay, no, there's like a little. Okay, we're good. And that's right. To Caprice, the club is a vital part of her life. The other members are my friends too, though I'm still getting to know them in ways. This is our first day, so I haven't even had time to think about delivering the news. How could I when it doesn't even feel really entirely real to me yet?
You know, when Allison and Eileen started dating, Allie eventually told me they had a small back and forth about whether to tell me right away or not.
I knew it. I knew they were roommates all this time. I knew, but it's nice to see the confirmation.
Oh.
Yeah, I understood, of course. Everyone has their own pace with these kind of things, I think. But we should definitely break the news as soon as you're comfortable with it. It'll probably be a little embarrassing, but speaking from experience, I'm willing to bet they're just waiting in the wings for something official to come out so they can support us properly.
I think back to our finals projects in Real. Caprice did a bit better than me, but I feel like I could have been more obvious.
I guess we weren't exactly subtle about things, huh?
Well, maybe that's good. Being obvious is better for the matters of the heart.
You think so?
I don't want anyone to keep her waiting when it's obvious how much she wants to tell everyone. If nothing else, I've always been able to count on Caprice to teach me to run before I learned to crawl. So, it'll be easier to make that call with her there.
We can tell them next time we all get together.
Don't force yourself to do it for my sake.
She says, trying and failing to hide the excitement in her tone.
That's fine. Like you said, it's probably not even news anyway.
Well, I mean, it is nice because, like, as of like anything in relationships, like how open you want to be about it, it really does just boil down to like both parties, right? Because like there are definitely plenty of people who are like totally comfortable just kind of like airing out their relationship status and situation in the open and kind of letting everyone under the sun know. But then you also got the people who like, you know, they just like their privacy. Like I myself kind of like lean towards the latter. Like if I'm seeing someone, I don't like to I don't talk about it too much outside of like whatever I do with my partner. Like maybe if it like comes up, I'll like be like, hey, I'm seeing somebody, and that'll be like the extent of it. But for the most part, I'm like pretty quiet about it myself as well. She's getting up trying to mask her enthusiasm, reaching over the table to grab my hand. And it's a miracle neither of our cups get knocked over in the process.
I knew I could count on you.
You keep saying that.
Haven't proven me wrong yet.
Against all odds.
Ollie.
I expect her grip to loosen as her voice quiets. To my surprise, she holds my hands even tighter.
You were at every meeting, even the ones you knew weren't going to help you at all. I know some of that was because of your situation, but it doesn't change the fact that you were reliable. I started taking the trolley after Millie and I started fighting. It used to be the worst part of my day. When you started joining me, it turned into the highlight. Part of me was worried it was only temporary, that you'd eventually start taking your bike again or leave earlier in the day. But you never did. From the first day of snow to the last day of school, I could always count on you to be there. It's...
She closed her eyes, taking a deep breath before opening them again.
well, it's what I love about you.
It's also just very interesting compared to Millie, where, like, Caprice just, like, is very open. Like, Millie, it was kind of, like, hard to get a read on her sometimes, and she kind of danced around what she wanted to say a lot. Caprice just comes out and says it. What? Huh? How do I respond to that? My heart pounds in my chest, and as my thoughts begin to swirl, I focus on our interlocked hands and give hers a gentle squeeze. The last thing I want is for her to interpret my silence as anything but positive. I want to return the favor, to tell her how much the time spent with her was the best part of the semester. That she helped me forget about my worries, even if it was only for a couple of hours every school day. As clear as words are in my head, I can't quite piece them together aloud. Every time I consider opening my mouth, everything suddenly feels like a jumbled mess. There's something, though. It's small. She deserves more, but it's the one thing I can say with absolute clarity.
I love you too.
Aw. She gives a small gasp as her grip loosens on my hand. She smiles wider than I've ever seen her smile before, only to have it shrink and shrivel as she takes a sip of her drink.
Ugh.
It go cold?
No, it just tastes too much like coffee.
You get used to it.
What? But there's hardly any coffee in that. Your cup is like 99% sugar.
We've been a couple for less than 3 hours and you're already trying to break my heart.
I slide a cookie from my side of the table over to her as a peace offering, which she's quick to accept. Our conversations slip back into random bits and bobs as the sky changes color over the city. The trolley drops us off a couple blocks from Caprice's apartment just as the sun vanishes from sight. We walk the rest of the distance to her place, fingers intertwined and smiles on our faces.
Well, Olive,
Caprice.
I had fun.
Me too. Maybe we could do it again.
Definitely. But you're in charge next time.
This morning feels like a lifetime ago. I completely forgot I was upset about that. Thankfully, I feel like after today, I have a better read on the kind of experiences Caprice cherishes.
I think you have an outstanding IOU for cooking lessons.
Outstanding is right. I have high hopes.
It's date.
Sure is.
She motions me closer and I oblige. Aw. Even with the build up to it, our kiss still doesn't fail to take me by surprise. My chest feeling fit to burst with warmth as our lips meet. The start of the semester feels like it was a million years ago. The worries and fears hung heavy on me the entire time. A lot of it was self-inflicted, I know. But even if it wasn't, when I think about all the time spent stressing about the situation and being terrified of letting the people closest to me down, and then bring myself back to right here, right now, in this moment, it was worth it. Mom was right. The irony of it all is pretty silly. I spend so long on my thoughts that, before I know it, Caprice pulls away and her eyes open to meet mine once again.
Good night, Ollie.
Good night.
As I'm still recovering from her surprise, I wave and watch her enter her apartment. The warmth I'm feeling right now will be enough to stave off the cold until I can find my way home. A few days later. Between the different proteins, spices, and vegetables, the bag of ingredients I brought is nigh bursting with potential. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with all this yet, but... Oh, excuse me. But I wanted to leave Caprice with some options as to what she wanted to try making first. I give a gentle knock on her apartment door with my free hand, eager to get our second date underway. Sure, it's only been a couple days since our last date. Maybe it's a bit fast, but neither of us are too worried about that. Or more accurately, without class as an excuse to see each other every day, it feels longer than usual. The door is quick to open, as expected of someone like Caprice. Oh, hey, girl.
Oh.
Except when it's Haley, I guess. When we were playing this the other day, Caprice said her roommates would be out for a bit so the kitchen would be less crowded. Maybe she got her days mixed up?
Not who you were expecting? It's okay. I was hoping you were someone else too.
She always knows just what to say. Haley opens the door the rest of the way and steps aside, beckoning me in. A quick scan of the room shows things are even more cramped than I thought they'd be. Millie's sitting almost motionless on the couch, and Caprice across the room at their kitchen counter looking uncharacteristically grumpy. The real surprise comes from Miss Shifted sitting alongside her daughter, matching Caprice's agitation with visible discomfort. I have time to even begin to imagine what I've stepped into. Caprice's expression rapidly shifts after finally becoming aware of my presence.
Oh, hey!
She's quick to greet me with a hug. Between the sudden impact of her and the three sets of eyes I can feel on me, it feels as though I'm about to collapse on myself. Yeah, interesting. Well, I guess, like... Yeah, it's interesting because this definitely didn't happen in Millie's route, but also, like... The whole thing with Millie's route is, like... We were more meeting Millie out of their apartment, so we didn't really come to their apartment as much. So I guess situations like this probably did happen, huh? Thankfully, a couple of pats on her back is enough of a signal for her to release me from her vice grip. The sun smiles at everyone else in the room, shows the damage has already been done, though.
Guess the cat's out of the bag, huh?
It's been out of the bag since the second she got home after you asked her out.
I would have been more surprised if she actually managed to avoid bringing it up with them.
She got a free car ride out of it.
I was happy for you two when she dropped the news. It was the least I could do.
The sincerity in her voice confused me further. It's so hard to get a grasp on the relationship between these two. Every time they mention each other, it's an entirely different mood.
Sorry for getting in your hair today. I know you two had something planned.
Still have planned. Trust the process.
I want to outright ask why they're still here if that's the case, but it'd be nice to get an answer regardless. Millie does me a favor and chimes in.
Haley and I were headed out to prepare some paperwork for next semester, but my engine wouldn't start this morning. My dad's taking a look at it now. We should hopefully have some good news soon.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's awkward. Oh, that's gotta be awkward.
That makes sense. Sorry for the bother.
No bother at all. We aren't even supposed to be here right now.
That explains most everything, except for the woman sitting silently in her little corner of the room. A far cry from her commanding presence at the aquarium.
It's good to see you again, ma'am.
The shock in her face makes me immediately second-guess the greeting. It's not a feeling I'm unfamiliar with. Maybe I should just let her continue to sink into the background. As telling as her expression is, she quickly shakes it off and replaces it with a warm smile.
Ma'am, it's worse than usual. I told you first names are fine, right? Especially now that we're practically family. Mom!
As much as we go back and forth, it seems like Caprice's mom and her are even worse. Caprice's genuine embarrassment is pretty endearing, though.
Alright, I'll try to get better at that.
I'll hold you to it.
At least the mood is lying low compared to the sorry state of the room when I first walked in. One final question hangs in my mind before I can be confident I figured out everything about the situation.
So what brings you here today? Just hanging out?
Charlie's face freezes. Their expression twists and turns, trying to piece together an answer.
Millie's father and I were grabbing lunch together when she called. I offered to stay behind, but they're kind of a package deal nowadays.
Wow, this is... I mean, it's a fan of Caprice, but this is like kind of... Are we about... Is this how it gets revealed in Caprice's route?
She's a family friend.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold and you know it. Millie's unusually quick follow-up makes me nervous by itself. Let alone when combined with Charlie's face deflating and Haley bringing her headphones over her ears.
Millie?
Well, she is, isn't she?
It's not wholly a lie, but Millie, that's cold.
What's your deal starting this now? With Olive here?
Millie looks to me, then Caprice, her expression visibly softening, if only a little. After a small scan, Millie swivels her head back around, staring absent-mindedly at the powered-off television.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That makes two of us. Despite my ignorance, it's feeling increasingly obvious that something's on the verge of bubbling over. Thankfully, the rapping on the door behind me puts everything on pause as everyone turns their attention to it. In everyone's eyes, it suddenly dawns on me that I'm right in front of the door. I turn around and slowly open it. Oh, hey, Mike.
Hello. You are...
Our height difference isn't that drastic, but the man at the door still feels like he handily towers over me. A stern expression hangs on his face, betrayed ever so slightly by the gentleness in his voice. His red coat covered in oil gives me enough context to make an educated guess as to who he is.
Hello? Hi, I'm Olive. Sorry.
I quickly stepped to the side to get out of his way.
Oh, you must be Caprice's partner. Nice to meet you. Name's Mike.
Man, I see like Mike is still just as friendly, even, man, like the more things change, the more they don't, and I like that. As he steps inside, he makes a point to shake my hand, leaving behind a giant oil stain. Between then and the bag of groceries in my hand, I have effectively been left stranded.
Just as you thought. It's an old girl showing her age. She's a tough one, though. Stay on top of the oil changes and you'll be alright.
Poor Junebug. Will do. Thanks for taking a look.
Millie's dad gives a smile, glancing to Caprice and her mom across the room. He opens his mouth to say something, but Millie clears her throat loudly, cutting him off.
We'd better head out before it gets too late. Ready, Haley?
Haley gives the quickest nod I've ever seen and slides past Mike and I out the door. Can't say I blame her. Millie stands up, grabs her coat by the nearby rack, and makes her exit. Give me a quick smile as the door closes behind her.
Ugh, she's so... Caprice.
I'm still left dumbfounded by the entire ordeal. I felt like an argument was about to form from... what I can tell, a really innocent remark. And it just dissolved at the drop of a hat.
Did I miss something?
You arrived just in the nick of time.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
He moves his way past me into the kitchen.
You two can't keep this up forever.
You're preaching to the choir.
Am I now?
The The water starting from the kitchen sink pulls me out of my stupor and reminds me of the position I've been left in. Slowly, I approach the kitchen counter, gently placing the bag of ingredients down. Please don't notice me. Oh, Olive, you fool. Mike notices everything. He noticed. That's the look of a man who noticed. That's 100% the look of a man who noticed you. Don't even pretend he didn't. Alas, I was bound to be noticed eventually. Waiting beside Mike for my turn to wash the grease off my hands. He turns to address me as he shakes away the water before reaching for a paper towel. Wow, a paper towel and allowing me to sink access.
So, what brings you out here, Olive? I mean, Caprice, I'd imagine. But, you know, specifics.
He doesn't wait for an answer before taking a peek in my bag.
Well, I told Caprice I'd teach her how to cook, so I brought over some stuff. Figured we could think of something to make between it and whatever they have lying about here.
I finish washing my hands just to see him unscrew the lid off a jar and give it a small sniff, before closing again and turning his attention to the fridge. Caprice and Charlie seem as bewildered as I am, giving a look to each other as he continues his rummaging.
You could throw some chicken parm together with what you've got available. You ever make it?
Yeah? The diner I work at has sandwiches, at least.
You want to handle the pasta and I'll help with the chicken? We could share notes.
Man, that's like... I do like how both the parents, regardless like what route you're going on, are both like very like engaged with Olive and like making an effort to get to know them. That is like very sweet. I feel. What?
Mike, this is supposed to be a date. For them.
And seemingly enough to stop him as he sheepishly closes the fridge.
Oh, right. I was still in work mode, sorry.
Hey, I mean, I respect it. No better way to bond than like working on doing some kitchen stuff together. Just as I think we're slowly inching towards returning to our original plan, the laugh Caprice is clearly struggling to keep in gives me the impression we aren't out of the woods yet.
Did I tell you the first time Ollie came over, they jumped right into cooking something too? Let's scratch the original plan. You two should totally do something together.
But
There's always next time, it's fine. I'm a quick learner, we can start whenever. Doesn't have to be today.
She gives me a cat-like grin, leaning forward from the table with entirely too much interest. Really? Charlie gives a shrug accompanied by a small smile. I share a glance with Mike, both of us knowing there's no real chance of walking this back. He starts removing his oil and coat as I begin unpacking our necessary ingredients. And just like that, we're having a family dinner. Oh. Oh, that's nice. We get a little CG art of them cooking together. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. I love that. After trying to figure out how to stay out of each other's way, Mike and I eventually make progress on our impromptu assignment. While Caprice and Charlie chat away without caring the world, my conversations with Mike are infrequent and brief.
so, you recognized me as soon as you heard the name. Does Millie talk about me a lot?
No such thing as secrets between the Clark and Shifton households. If you tell Caprice your favorite color, I know about it before the end of the day.
He stops his cheese grating to give me a knowing look over.
Orange?
Uncanny.
Really? With all the green themes, I kind of figured green would be Olive's favorite color, but that's interesting. I try to play it off sarcastically. Unfortunately, his face lights up.
Really? That's the first time I've gotten it right the first try. Hey, this old man hasn't lost his touch yet.
Oh,
Well, I'll be taking that joke to the grave then. He goes back to his prep while I start producing the pasta sauce.
Sorry you
you got wrapped up in this, Olive.
It's fine. If Caprice is happy, then doesn't matter what we actually end up doing.
Aww.
I forgot who I was talking to for a second. Definitely a mistake I'm eager to not make again. You did just kind of just so casually saying that in front of the parents. That's just...
I'm happy to hear that. Enjoying your time together is important.
It'd be nice if all of us could be here. Millie used to love our family dinners. She insisted you always made better potatoes than I did.
Yeah, well, it's her loss. She'd be over it by now if she just tried to spend time together. There's still a few months for her to come around. Let's be patient.
What's happening in a few months?
It started as an absent-minded inquiry, but I can feel the mood in the room change slightly even as I'm working away. The silence starts lasting just a little too long to remain comfortable.
Caprice? Have you not said anything? It's just never come up. Besides, it's not even a big deal.
I would say it's a pretty big deal, Chief. Well, it's not a big deal.
Charlie and I are tying the knot this spring.
Mike continues mixing his now grated cheese with some breadcrumbs, answering nonchalantly. Wow, this is like so... I mean, it fits Caprice very well, but this is like so different from how they revealed this with Millie's route. Because with Millie, like, it literally we had to like... Olive and Millie had to go like out in the middle of the wilderness when Millie was having a bad day for Millie to finally open up about it. Here, Caprice probably would have like mentioned it at any time, but yeah, it's just never... Caprice is right, it's just never really come up. Oh, is that all I have to say? Things suddenly make a whole lot more and a whole lot less sense all at once, and there's 100 things I want to ask. That single exclamation is all that manages to leave my lips.
With the way you talk about your back and forth with Millie's club and Olive being in the center of it for a while, I think it's at least good for you to let them know the why, especially now that you're a pair. It's not like I was deliberately hiding it. Like I said, unlike Millie, I just don't see the issue.
I thought you were just arguing about club stuff this entire time.
What? Psh, no, we're adults, Ollie. I love our little club, but it's not something to get angry about.
Look, I know you told us not to interfere and that you can handle it, but just try your best to cool the flames a bit and bridge the gap, yeah? We love both of you and we don't want you two to fight based on our decision.
Please don't push each other away over this. I'd give the world to see you two back to the way you were.
Aww. It's actually somehow sadder than when Millie revealed it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just happy for you two, and I'm sure Millie would see it the same way if she just... Ugh, sorry.
Man, it like... Because I guess the other thing, too, is, like, with Millie's route, both the parents were just, like, so detached from everything because Millie was just trying to avoid spending time with the family as a whole. And here we're kind of getting a little bit of insight where they're, like, they're sad about it, but they also kind of... They want to give Millie the space she wants, but they're just unsure of, like, they're not being, like, brusque or aloof about it. It's just, like, very much, like... Their concern really just seems to be more for, like, their daughters as a whole, rather than, like, their own... How Millie feels about their own engagement, which is kind of heartbreaking in a way, actually. Nice calm approach to this helps make the conversation feel under control. Even Charlie looks like she's choking up. There's so much context I feel like I'm missing, but... That's not something I'm keen to prod at right now.
Hey, Olive.
Being singled out in the middle of this causes my heart to drop. I try my best to take a cue from Caprice and bounce back as quickly as I can.
Yeah?
I'm sure it isn't a super appealing offer as it stands, but you could join us for Christmas this year if your schedule is open. We'd be glad to have you. Consider it making amends for the sudden change in plans today.
Oh, that's sweet too. Just like the direct invitation to Christmas, as opposed to just being kind of like shoehorned into it as a +1. Caprice's face lights up with the suggestion, but the fact that Charlie's still hung up about this makes me feel awful. This woman's got a lot on her plate.
If it's not a burden, I don't mind. Mom's gonna be working this year anyway.
Oh no, poor thing.
I'm not sure if she's referring to me or Mom.
That's nothing new, unfortunately. We've already made plans to celebrate a couple days early, at least.
No objections on my end. You being around may even help keep our two troublemakers in check.
I resent that.
I've never known you to resent anything.
Man, like, this generally makes me sad, like, even more so than, like, what happened with Millie, because it's, like, you can just, like, see how, like, how they're all bouncing off each other, too, that, like, Caprice is, like, told, like, this really just drives home how, like, happy Caprice is about it, too, because, like, even, like, her relationship with Mike isn't, like, strained. Like, with Millie, like, she was, you could tell, like, Millie was kind of okay with Mike throughout all this, but, like, she kind of drew the line at being, like, kind to Charlie. Whereas here, like, Caprice and Charlie being cool with each other, that's no shock at all. Like, we've seen plenty of that, and it's been very clear they have a very good relationship. But, even, like, Mike, like, she's very clearly, like, just as, like, comfortable and, like, happy with, like, having Mike as a father figure, and that's just, that kind of hurts. Like, it's just such a drastic, like, 180 from Millie's, like, view of the situation.
I'll make sure my schedule's open.
The excitement in Caprice's face and the smile on Charlie's puts a nice bow in the conversation, allowing me to refocus on my sauce, which I now realize I've been mindlessly stirring for the last little while.
I think I'm done on my end. Just have to throw the noodles into some water when the chicken gets close to done. Need any help?
Want to double check my work? I'd rather trust the kitchen hand's opinions than my own.
And, like, even, like, this interaction here, like, I feel like Olive's relationship with Caprice is, like, already leading to a healthier one with, like, the parents, too, because it was, like, so long before we even met Charlie and Mike and Millie's route. And even then, like, there was just, like, there's, like, an air of awkwardness between, like, Mike and Olive for a while. Here it's, like, they're already kind of bonding. Like, Mike is, like, trying to get to know his, like, soon-to-be daughter's partner, and, like, they're already, like, kind of, like, that bond is already there. Like, and I think this is kind of, like, what makes me a little sad about this route is, like, Millie really does just, like, isolate herself so much. Meanwhile, like, with Olive, like, or not Olive, with Caprice, like, Olive just gets the opportunity to, like, engage and interact with so many more people. And I don't, it's just, like, it really shows. Like, Millie's just really heavily self-isolating.
It'll be fine, Mike. I don't know how you can be so confident about everything else, but still don't trust yourself to cook a meal after so long. I remember you making this way back when I was in grade school. I hope you have it down by now.
It's been passable, I guess. But it's hard to feel confident working beside a pro.
Despite the whirlwind surrounding the people in this room, it looks like we managed to make it through the other side unscathed for now, as smiles and laughter start to repopulate the apartment. There's still a lot of questions left unanswered, but it's probably best to let sleeping dogs lie for now. Everyone involved in this deserves better than all of this drama. It seems like it's a long way off from disappearing, but I can at least help them forget about it for the rest of the day. Man, again, now this makes me a little mad too, because Olive at this point has such a higher opinion of Charlie too. Because in Millie's route, like I said, I don't think you really meet Charlie and Millie's route until Christmas. And I vividly remember even Olive comments like, "Oh wow, Charlie seems like a very sweet person. I didn't expect that." It's like, it kind of shows like Millie's perception of the situation really kind of poisoned Olive's perception of Charlie. And that's like, that really sucks. And here it's like Olive has had a chance to like actually engage with Charlie, and now Mike too, like properly engage with Mike, not like an awkward like, oh hey, I'm your daughter brought me here, I'm just gonna be chilling. Like they're actually having like actively doing. Oh, what if Olive gets to cook with Mike at Christmas in this route? Because remember that was a thing, was in Millie's route, like Olive and Millie kind of got there and Mike was already kind of doing all the cooking and just kind of kept to himself. Here now, like Olive and I wonder. Man, like this like kind of breaks my heart. Like I feel like this would probably break my heart more if I had done Millie's route second. But it's also just interesting having like the perspective of like just how distant and isolated Millie is compared to Caprice in this situation. Well, we probably do have a bit of time before Christmas at least. Though it has been long since the semester ended, I feel like I'm looking at the club room in a light I've never seen before.
Wallace, help me carry some of these canvases.
Did I hear, please?
You sure didn't. Though he argues, Wallace has already moved to help her. Austin is busy pulling a few of her things from the cabinet.
This will probably be the last time we come back here till the break's over, so make sure you don't accidentally leave anything behind.
Caprice stands, hands on hips, like a boss overseeing her workers. Like a boss.
Still feels like the semester just started.
It sure went quick, huh?
Yeah. It was kind of scary at the start. Felt like everything was going so fast and I had no time at all. Now it feels
like a memory that is barely there. Like all the fear and pressure didn't really matter. But a lot happened. More than I can even begin to count.
Like you had so much fun it was gone before you noticed?
I catch myself smiling, only noticing after the fact. Something like that.
something like that.
Olive, we gotta stop. We gotta stop, homie. Stop being me. Stop being the same person as me. Fun's a decent word for it, I guess. I met people I consider my friends. I met my girlfriend. I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful to them.
Things changed a lot this semester.
The semester is one thing, but I'm still struggling to believe the club's been around for a whole year.
Everyone else here has been in this room longer than I have. They have memories attached I can't imagine.
Gosh, I remember last year. I was too scared to even come in here.
Yet here you are.
The fact the club began with a stolen key and a hostile takeover seems only fitting for this little group in particular. Eileen gives a weary sigh.
You know you wanted us to.
Eileen puts her hand on her girlfriend's back. Allison smiles.
She was fine. I could have done without you.
And without me, where would you be now?
Here with one less annoyance.
Wrong. You'd have to go be a sad loner somewhere else. This room would be ours.
Oh yeah? You think you could have taken it from me?
Even with how intense their mutual glares are, it doesn't feel like there's any real animosity there. That doesn't stop Allison from wearing a worried look on her face. Wallace is totally nonplussed. Just another day in the club. Still, I find myself a bit put off at Eileen's negativity. I thought I'd be used to it by now, but no such luck. Finally come to the realization that the scuffle isn't genuine, and Allison turns to look out the window.
But it really won't be long until we're not coming back here at all, huh?
The silence hangs over the room. The energy coming from Island Caprice's back and forth quickly evaporating into nothing. As to be expected at this point, Caprice is the first to speak up.
There's still one more semester at least.
This one went so fast. Imagine how fast that one will feel.
Well, it's not like we won't still be around.
Maybe. I've been looking at universities.
Same.
Guys.
As I think I push a thought in my mind, it resurfaces one way or another. Where I'm going after this. It feels too soon to think about the next step. To think about parting ways with these places I've become used to. With these people.
I mean, the art club won't die just because we transfer out, you know?
The deflation in her voice is slight but noticeable. She's back to her chipper self not even a moment later, her posture fixing itself in the blink of an eye.
Come on, let's not talk about this right now. We've got things to do.
Yeah.
Alison gives a small sigh as she continues collecting her things. Eileen and Wallace return to gathering canvases. Caprice lingers, looking unsure of what to do. Given her excitement over it just days ago, I'm surprised at how much she's hesitating. I inch my way towards whispering distance.
Getting cold feet?
No, of course not. Just waiting for the right time.
All of you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing imaginable right now. It would be so funny. You already stole the initial confession from Caprice. You can steal this announcement too, please. It would be so funny. After her taking the lead so confidently for so long, it's nice to get the occasional reminder that I'm not totally alone with my anxiety.
It'll probably be at least a couple weeks before we're all back in one room again.
You two want to share with the class?
Do it. Do it. Your chance has come. Do it. Caprice and I both jump as Eileen pulls our focus onto her. Caught red-handed, though. I guess the two of us sitting in a corner whispering was bound to look suspicious no matter how careful we were.
Sure what? We were just having a conversation. Do you always butt in when...
Do it.
Caprice and I are dating.
Yes. Perfect. Incredible.
Liv?
I don't know how our roles were reversed so handily. I am surprised myself being the one to drop the news like that. With Caprice being so excited about it earlier, I just didn't want the opportunity to pass us by, I suppose.
Just, thought you should know, I guess.
The immediate reaction is mild. Even Allison, who's my personal bet to be jumping up and down wildly at the news, instead just settles for a large smile. As if to accentuate it, Eileen gives a bored look.
Yeah, we know.
What? How? Why? Who?
Just a scratch. I will say, if nothing else, Caprice is much, much more entertaining to watch. Her eyes narrow, realization hitting her face before she even finishes asking the question. She stares daggers at Wallace, who gives a meek shrug. Oh, yeah, because obviously Caprice and Millie live together. Obviously Caprice told Millie, which led to Millie probably mentioning it to Wallace, which led to Wallace probably mentioning it to everyone else. It's the old domino effect, where it just kind of slowly goes down the ladder.
Millie and I still talk, you know. We were in the same club till recently.
And Wallace is more of a gossip than you'd think.
Millie...
I tilt my head back to Caprice, who is now desperately trying to pull her hat down over her eyes. I'll admit the idea of zigging entirely into my hoodie right now sounds pretty appealing, too.
We didn't want to say anything until you told us so you didn't feel pressured or anything. But now that you have, I just want to say how happy I am for you two.
Yeah, thrilled. We can hold our 10th pizza party of the year over it later if you want, but we should probably finish clearing out before they come around to lock the room.
Right! Yeah, time's of the essence.
Thank you for the out, Eileen.
Hey, need help carrying anything?
Yes! You, help with my music player. I need to find one of my sketchbooks, too.
Caprice is barely able to see the stacks of supplies and various in-progress work she's taken with her. I've got a lot of my arms myself, but she insisted on carrying the bulk of it.
You better find a way to fit all that without damaging my car.
When have I ever?
I lag behind the group, content to let the others race ahead. Something catches the corner of my eye. A woman sitting on a bench some ways away, dressed in a white coat with red accents. Millie's all but scowling at her phone, an unusual expression for her. Everything is telling me to just keep walking, but after recent revelations, there's the latest tug pulling me towards her. It's worth at least trying to talk. Helping Millie is helping Caprice, and I've got a million favors to repair.
Hey guys, I forgot something. I'm gonna head back real quick.
I'll help.
Your hands are full enough as is. It'll be fast.
Don't take too long or I'll leave without you.
Yeah, I know.
My assurance is good enough for the both of them. They resume their walk to Eileen's car.
So Eileen, while I've got you here, I want your updated thoughts.
Man, this is also makes me kind of sad, because just because of like how much Millie kind of isolated, there was never really a good chance to for Olive to kind of check on Caprice. But here it's very much like, I see Olive taking a little bit more initiative in that, right? Like, sure, there were opportunities to probably check in with Caprice, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm still fine with handling it for you.
No, I just want to poke your brain a bit.
Wait until we're back at the home.
Wrapped up in another conversation, they continue ahead as I circle back.
Hey,
Millie looks up from her phone, her face shifting from scorn to surprise.
Oh, hello, Olive. What are you doing here?
was picking up some last minute stuff.
I shrug with the items in my hand.
With the rest of your club?
Yeah, they're heading to the car, but I thought I'd come say hi.
She smiles at me, setting her phone on her lap.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Hello.
Everything okay?
She must notice me glancing at her phone as she looks down at it too.
Oh, yes, just talking with my dad. It's nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's really hard for that to not sound suspect, knowing what I know now.
Though, speaking of, I heard you might be joining us for Christmas?
I feel my spine stiffen.
Word, it travels fast.
No secrets between the Clark and Shifton households.
I can't help but grimace. I guess that really was an exaggeration. Millie's smile widens as she clasps her hands together, doing her best to drive my uncertainty away.
Don't worry, I think it's a great idea.
You do?
Well, sure. You're with Caprice now, so why not?
You don't think it'll be strange or awkward?
No, not at all. Unless you're worried about us. We're nice people, Olive.
They are nice people. Shoot, that came out entirely wrong.
Oh, sorry. I really didn't mean anything like that.
I'm sure it's just a tough time for everyone involved. I'm just afraid me being around will make things worse.
I know you've been caught between us at times. I'm sorry about the other day. You don't need to worry, though. It's Christmas. Even if things are a bit different from usual, we can't overlook that.
I want to believe that, but I've also played your route, so I know better.
If you're sure. I don't want you to have to push however you're feeling aside on my account, though.
Millie gives me a difficult look, pursing her lips slightly before averting her gaze. Something about that either landed horribly or too close to home. Even with all my time getting to know Caprice, I still can't say I fully understand the relationship between these two. I wasn't around when they were inseparable. Even still, it's easy to see how important they are to each other, even with things as fractured as they are.
If there's any chance of things going smoothly, we'll both have to set aside some things. It's as much up to her as it is me.
I don't know exactly how to take that. The buying sound to how she emphasized it's up to Caprice, too. It sounds familiar. The little I've overheard about Millie trying to avoid Caprice and Caprice's usual eager self trying to patch things up regardless. Is that what this is about?
Are you mad at her? Or?
It's more complicated than that.
The pause that comes afterward is appropriately awkward. If she doesn't want to elaborate on that, then, she'll be more open to another angle.
I, heard about the marriage thing.
And figured it'd make for some good idle chit-chat?
Well, that's backfired spectacularly. Even if her smile's unwavering, it's hard to miss the annoyance underlying it. Part of me wants to entirely exit the conversation here. I should, really. And at the same time, watching the two struggling to navigate around each other has become a lot more painful after becoming emotionally invested.
No, but I mean, maybe I don't fully understand what you're going through, but
You don't need to understand, Olive. It's not your problem to solve.
She's right. I'm self-aware enough to know I'm overstepping, but at the same time it's frustrating to not be able to try and do what I can for her. For Caprice. But knowing that, what am I even trying to do here?
I appreciate your kindness. I'm glad Caprice has someone so caring there for her. I'll be fine, though.
okay. Sorry for trying to butt in.
You were only trying to do good. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do here, okay?
At least Millie kind of recognizes it, like, hey, like, I get you're coming from a good spot, so...
Yeah.
You should probably catch up with your club mates. Have a nice rest of your day. It was good talking with you, really.
You too. Later.
I feel foolish, like I should have even approached her. Did I screw up? I feel like I did. My heart sinks at that disaster of a conversation. I'm sure there's been far worse between the two. I can't even imagine what it's like for their families. Well, I'm keeping Caprice and the others waiting. Eileen will get scary if I hold things up too long. That being said, that much as I hate to say it, that is part of the course for Millie. Because Millie definitely did gripe a lot about how she felt kind of suffocated from everyone kind of always talking about the wedding stuff around her. So having someone else kind of come up to her that she doesn't know well, it was obviously different in Millie's route, because obviously at that point she had a chance to get to know Olive and knew Olive and just kind of knew Olive was coming from a good spot. But here, yeah, Olive and Millie haven't had a chance to hang out as much. Plus there's the fact that Olive and Caprice are openly dating at this stage, and that probably throws a few walls up as well, I'm afraid, because obviously there's a fear of oh, what if I tell too much to Olive and then Olive takes it back to Caprice and then Caprice tries to get butt in. It does complicate things, unfortunately. Anyway. Ooh. As Eileen promised, or perhaps threatened, we've chosen to end the day with one last club outing at the usual pizza place. The first outing, which Caprice isn't eager to make herself the same attention. I can't say I blame her. Heck, I can't deny feeling the same way right now. Eileen, however, is quick to notice and is the first to lift her glass in a toast to our relationship, an act I can only imagine as some sort of revenge for her.
To our love-struck club leader and her new partner.
I'm gonna be honest, given how Caprice is, I can totally see Caprice being insufferable when Eileen and when Eileen and Allison started dating. Allison's usually the first to shy away from Neo's teasing, but even she follows Eileen's lead, raising her cup to the air. Wallace seems content to immediately start sipping away at his, though. The drinks only look higher and higher up as Caprice and I shrink into our seats in unison. I feel the red on my face intensify as Wallace finally brings up his mug as well.
To all relationships in the club, old and new, here's hoping Caprice and Olive are even a fraction of how lovey-dovey you two turned out in the end.
Wallace like butting a reverse card. That's enough to bring Alice and Eileen's cups down real quick. Be the only one left in the air. Wallace gives a shrug as he brings his beer back down to his lips. Caprice and I pull ourselves up. Caprice immediately ready to take advantage of her second wind.
That's a tall order. These two have a whole year of experience with all that mushy stuff.
You'll catch up quick.
Nuh-uh.
The duo keep this back and forth going for a few more rounds. Blush is becoming more intense with every return volley.
Thanks for the save.
Getting under Eileen's skin is a lot more fun than getting under yours. No offense.
Ugh. None taken.
You aren't getting out of this scot-free, though.
The instant dread deep in my stomach is unmatched by anything else.
I'm a double agent, remember?
Wallace's smirk isn't doing anything to ease things either.
I don't know what to make of that.
She wants pictures.
Oh no. Why does Millie want...
And you agree to that? You?
I figured it'd be a good enough trade for prodding a bit deeper into what's actually going on in that club.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it'd be funny.
There it is. Wallace, you're just a little troublemaker, aren't you? You're just a little... You know, you seem kind of like the straight man, but under it all, you're just a mischievous little goblin, aren't you?
So much for finding Eileen a better target.
Wallace only smiles as he digs around for his cell phone in his pocket.
Don't you worry about that.
He clears his throat in a loud, deliberate manner, successfully grabbing the attention of the rest of the table. The doomsday clock has started ticking.
I want to get a picture of the happy couples. Would you mind getting closer to each other? Ideally paired off?
The mix of expressions litter the table, ranging from baffled to embarrassed to irritated. It's easy to guess who wears the last one.
Since when have you been the sentimental type?
Since I was asked to be.
Yeah? By who?
I'm going to exercise my right to remain silent.
Yeah? In that case, maybe I'll exercise my right to break your phone.
You'll have to point me to that law later.
I think a photo would make a good memory.
Allison is quick to cling onto Eileen's arm. I'd imagine the sincerity in her opinion is equal to her desire to de-escalate the situation. With something vaguely resembling acceptance leaking out of Eileen's lips, that just leaves Caprice and I. In fact, I'd naturally expect her to speak up sooner, but as I turn to look at her, she appears to be pondering something or other.
Since he was asked, huh?
Oh, she's got your number. She doesn't last much longer in her trance, a smile crawling into her face as she brings her head up and scooches her chair closer to mine.
I'm on board.
Looks like I've been outnumbered.
You never had a chance.
Guess not.
She pulls me close, and I return the gesture in as equal measure as I can. It looks like Eileen and Allison are in a similar boat.
At least pretend to smile, Eileen.
Everyone is so pushy today.
Nevertheless, she complies. And with a small click from Wallace's phone, our final club outing of the year comes to a close. A few days later. The aquarium. When Caprice called me yesterday, I pitching another date, I was all too eager to accept. After making such a big deal of it during our initial outing, I was surprised to be heading to the aquarium so soon, though. Guess I climbed my way up pretty fast. My eyes let. Oh, that's a cute outfit. My eyes land Caprice waving her arms as she approaches along with her mom, who looks to still be on the clock. She is definitely dressed for the occasion, which is more than what I can say about myself. I find myself torn between admiring her outfit and wishing she had told me the dress code expectations were going to be higher this time around.
Hey, you look great.
You too.
I didn't do anything different.
Doesn't change what I said.
Our contest of who can embarrass the other more appears to have hit a stalemate.
Nice to see you again, Olive.
Hi, you too, Miss Shefton.
We've been over this. Call her Charlie. Oh no, I was not prepared. I was not prepared for that. I'm saving that one. I'm saving. I mean, I see where Caprice gets it, but I'm saving that one 100%. That's going right in the stockpile with everything else. We're just gonna hold on to that one. I mean, I see where Caprice gets it now, but dear Lord, that's incredible. Her shoulders slump.
Maybe next time.
She rights herself, sporting a smile and a wink as she does so.
Caprice knows this place better than I do. I'm sure she'll give you the grand tour.
I'm looking forward to it.
And Caprice, keep the bullying to a minimum. Says you. Shouldn't you get back to work? I have a couple minutes left on my break, technically. It's not your date.
Caprice ushers her off, lightly directing her away from us.
Go! Go!
Shoo, begone, pest.
I'm going. Have fun, you two.
Thanks.
Tell me all about it. I will. Bye! Bye!
Caprice gives a sigh as her mom disappears from sight, even if her continued laughter can be heard for a little longer after the fact.
I was afraid she was gonna stick with us the whole time.
She's just concerned about her kid.
No, she's just being nosy.
We share a laugh. I'm actually glad the evening started this way.
Where do you want to go first?
This way! The penguin area is all done up for the holidays.
Christmas penguins. Oh my god, they look so derpy. I love them. Hold up. Hold. We're just gonna zoom in really quick here. Are you referencing right here what I think you're referencing? Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Let's take a closer look here. Let's examine the specimen. Because I'm pretty sure this is referencing what I think it's referencing, right? Like, I'm not crazy. Newt, as they say. I'm not crazy, right? That's 100% what I think it is. That's incredible. I don't know why. I'm like a sucker for like little stuff like that, and for like just little like things in the background like that. And of course, I like tucked up at the top, like no one, just because some people probably won't even notice, but I noticed it. I passed that perception check. And it's gonna take me 5 minutes to like readjust the screen appropriately because I'm a fool, but that's okay. There we go. We're at level with the water when the penguins dive in one by one and swim about. Looking up above, we can see the enclosure with its icy floor. The aquarium staff have decorated it with some fake trees, lit with blinking lights. There's even a red and white striped pole with a sign reading North Pole. The penguins pay it no mind. And that's what you think. Penguins are the most dangerous creature on this earth. Have you played RuneScape? They're terrifying.
Hey, don't penguins live in the south?
Yeah, mostly in Antarctica.
But it's in the wrong pole.
It's just for fun. Sometimes taking creative liberties is okay.
She goes close to the glass and watches the penguins swim.
Aren't they cool?
They're cute, yeah.
Takes one to know one.
Okay, Caprice, that doesn't quite bounce as well as you think it does. When she says this, she sneaks a guess. Oh, that's cute, though.
Hey, wait a second.
I was setting you up for that with cool. You only have yourself to blame for changing the word.
Right, of course. My mistake.
I'm consistently amazed at her ability to so easily get the upper hand in every single one of our conversations.
Now, speaking of cute always, let's go to the otters.
You can't just say things like that.
You very easily can. You should know this by now.
I just did. You gotta stop leaving yourself so open.
Aw. Oh, wait, they have a... No, don't tell me Womble is being naughty. Womble, how could you? I trusted you. Unlike the penguins, who are lively at this time, the otters are all snoozing.
Oh well, they're cute like this too.
Takes one to know.
You can't use the same line.
She's right, you know. You can't copy her homework.
Can two?
You're not even trying.
The outer enclosure is less decorated, mostly aligned with some white string lights, setting a subtle yet distinctly holiday mood.
I wonder which one is Ollie. It's so hard to tell them apart when they're like this.
Found him.
Whoa, really?
It's barely visible to the dim lighting, but I point directly ahead to my reflection. You.
Very funny.
She turns to give me a pound, and I take the chance to return the kiss she gave me earlier. It's sudden enough that I managed to catch myself off guard just as much as her.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Got you, though.
Come on, let's walk around some more.
After you.
The walls swim with fish of all shapes and sizes and colors. They flitter about temporary decorations set on the floor of their tanks, making a vision of their own sort of Christmas lights.
I was starting to wonder if you forgot that an aquarium has fish in it.
You're gonna make fun of me? Here? In my element?
I would never.
She reaches for my hand and I freely offer it.
I love the mammals, but this was my favorite fish tank growing up. It always felt more colorful than the rest.
I'm sure the bed of pink pebbles had nothing to do with that.
Maybe. Probably. But look at the actual fish!
She points to various violently colored creatures with her free hand as they pass us by, dropping random facts as the various species on the various species when she has one available, which is more often than not. Her fascination with them doesn't end, and I find it easier and easier to borrow some of her excitement and make it my own. So long as it's with her, I could definitely see myself visiting again and again.
The food here always makes me so nostalgic.
Alright, the Cafe of the Deep. That's as good a reason as any, I guess. While it's better than just grabbing something from a vending machine, it feels somehow more touristy than anything we've done yet so far. She has mac and cheese and has some fish chicken tenders. It would have felt weird ordering the fish sticks.
The menu really hasn't changed since I was a kid.
And you're not sick of it?
It's part of the experience.
She stops eating for a moment, clearly thinking something over.
You're fine with this, right?
Of course. I was told to expect a grand tour from you tonight, remember? Wouldn't want to miss out on a crucial part of the experience.
Thanks, Ollie.
The mood seems mellow, but her smile doesn't.
I'm super happy we came here tonight. Thanks for agreeing on such short notice.
There's there's no way I'd say no. After all, we would have missed the North Pole penguins.
Yeah.
She waves me off, and we both share a small laugh before returning to our food.
I'm surprised we got to the aquarium so fast, though, given how eager you were to dismiss it at the cafe. I must have done something really impressive.
Well, you know.
She uses bites of macaroni to buy herself some time before answering.
The next few days will be pretty busy. I've got some last-second gift planning to deal with. You're gonna be having dinner with your mom, then there's the big Christmas thing itself. I figured, you know, making the last little bit of time we have together alone special was worth skipping a few steps.
I sort of allow myself to forget I won't have a lot of free time the rest of this week, but she's absolutely right.
I mean, you say this is alone time, but I'm willing to bet your mom has been in earshot of us all evening.
For your sake, I hope not. With that thing at the otter exhibit you tried to pull.
Like you're one to talk. Oh, right. You reminded me, actually.
Hmm?
It's been my mind desk for a few days, but it keeps getting pushed to the background with other goings-ons.
I know you're gonna be busy, so don't feel pressured. But you're free to come visit Mom and I for our makeup Christmas if you want. I figured fair's fair, with me joining yours and all.
Aww. Caprice's face was already shining bright, but now she's practically blinding.
I don't care how much stuff I have to move around, I'll definitely make sure to drop by.
I'm happy to hear it. Now that everything's settled, we should get back to the tour soon.
Oh, right.
After we finish our dinners, we decide to walk around the aquarium a little bit more. We walk together under the twinkling lights, enjoying the cool evening, taking in the swimming sights again. We stayed later than we planned before we even realize it. Merry Christmas. Despite having the luxury of staying home all day, it nevertheless felt busy as I spent the day wrapping some last-minute gifts and making some small miscellaneous preparations for the Christmas visit. Thankfully, with all that put to bed, I finally have the rest of the day to myself. I sat on the couch and enjoyed the silence for a bit. Earlier, I caught myself hiding the gifts in my closet by instinct, despite there being no one to hide them from. I guess the holiday spirit has managed to grab hold of me. As my mind wistfully dances between a handful of insignificant thoughts and observations, right when the door breaks the silence I have been immersing myself in. With a small sigh, I pull myself up. Should have known better than to think I'd ever have time to properly unwind. Oh, hey. I don't know who I expected to meet me at the door, but it wasn't Wallace, with Haley barely poking out from behind his shoulder.
Hey, Merry Christmas-ish.
Yeah. You too. Ish.
What an unexpected duo. I guess I stand there in my confusion for a second too long as Haley's quick to squeeze her way past the man.
Hey, can we come in? It's freezing.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I wound the door and moved myself out of the way, and the two waste no time shuffling inside. On his way in, Wallace shoves a bag of jerky into my hand.
A Christmas gift from my folks' shop. Don't eat it all at once.
Oh, that's nice of you, homie. Man, I like Wallace. Like, don't get me wrong, Darren was a bro, but Wallace is also a bro. They're just bros, and they're just different flavors of bro, you know?
Oh, I'll try not to.
I close the door once they're both inside and toss the bag on the kitchen counter before turning my attention to them. I don't even know if it'll ever actually get open, but I guess I appreciate the gesture.
I'm guessing this wasn't just a jerky drop-off.
Dang, you're good.
A little bird told me about your holiday plans.
I turned to face Haley, her demeanor totally unchanging.
Little bird, I assume.
2 for 2.
It takes a substantial amount of willpower to not exhale in frustration. I don't mind talking to Haley about this stuff, where, in a similar situation, I really do feel bad for her. I wish she'd exercise at least some restraint in who she decides to share info with.
Okay, so what's that have to do with your visit?
Just wanted to ask if Caprice has been talking about it at all.
I hope this doesn't sound bad, but we have cell phones, you know. Could have answered that in a quick text and saved you the trip.
That was the original plan.
I needed an excuse to get out of the apartment. The vibes have been weird. Sorry if it's a bother.
No, you're fine there, homie. A rare moment from Haley as her pen delivery cracks just enough to show something resembling genuine remorse. And it's enough of a slip to make me feel bad for my previous grumblings.
Anyway, to answer your question, nothing really out of the ordinary. She seems generally excited about it. Why?
Just comparing and contrasting. We haven't had a chance to talk much lately, but even I can tell Millie's a wreck right now, no matter how much she's tried to hide it.
That's an understatement. With the club being the way it is, I think the Christmas thing is just a lot of unneeded stress right now.
The Stay of the Ryan Club seems to be a sore spot for more than just Millie, as Wallace awkwardly shifts his balance around at the mention of it.
I could have picked a better time to bail.
I don't think she blames you for it.
Hey, I'm sorry to ask, but can I get a rundown on the writing club? I know things are sort of dire right now, but I wasn't really around when it, well, wasn't.
Wallace takes that as his cue to lean against the wall, preparing to start his history lesson.
It was a pretty rapid-fire change. Old club leader and a few other members transferred out and left Millie in charge.
Seems like it'd be normal to expect to lose members like that.
Yeah, it is. The cascade effect was just a lot more severe than expected. The friends of the transfers ended up leaving, and the friends of their friends, and so on.
How about you?
I left pretty early on, before it was obvious that we were in the middle of a mass exodus. Millie knows her stuff and is more than capable, so I wasn't too worried.
You two seem to be on pretty good terms though, right? I'm sure she doesn't see you as part of the entire thing.
His eyes narrow in contemplation, thinking for a second before he continues.
She should. I'm not really any different.
Oh,
You've stayed in contact at least.
true. That's more than can be said of, which is interesting, because Wallace really never showed up much at all during Millie's route. Again, like, I think all we really knew is, like, Millie had Wallace's number, and that was kind of the only nod that Millie had any kind of contact with Wallace throughout her entire route. It's really interesting, because I can tell that, like, a lot of Millie's route, like I said, she self-isolates a lot, and I feel like her route just really highlights that and drives that home, because in Caprices we're learning about all these people Millie has contact with outside of the club, and it's weird. I feel like I hear about Millie hanging with other people more in Caprice's route than Millie's actual route. It's kind of weird. Guess that's the end of Talkative Wallace. It was nice while it lasted. All the features on his face were pulled downward, painting a better picture than words possibly could.
Olive,
Yeah?
it's the holidays, so I'm not going to ask you to snoop around or whatever. I know you're going for Caprice, but just keep an eye on both of them, if you can.
There's no guarantee anything will even happen.
And here I thought you were a pessimist.
She got me.
Anyway, I don't have the luxury of fence sitting like you two, but I'll do what I can. Even if they're fighting, it's sort of hard to support one and not the other.
This somehow gives a small smile to two of the most stone-faced people I know at the same time.
They've always been good at tangling themselves up in their own webs.
Not the sturdiest fence I've ever sat on.
That's the last thing anyone in the room says for a few moments. No one quite sure where to take the conversation from there, or if there's even a conversation worth continuing. As the first to eventually make a move, straighten out her jacket.
Guess we better get going. Good talking to you, Olive. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, gotta get to bed early so I can help with some holiday prep at the shop tomorrow.
Okay. You two stay safe.
You know, honestly, Olive, if you're not gonna eat that jerky, like, you know, I'm a gluttonous beast. I'll eat it, man.
Yeah, same goes to you.
As my two guests say their goodbyes and make their way out the door, I can't help but read Haley's final farewell as an ominous one. Oh, yeah. Oh, is this the is this all? Yeah, I just realized we never really saw the, like, Olive and their mom's, like, celebration Millie's route either. Mom reaches over to light some candles. They add to the ambience of the cheap string lights she gifted to me when I first moved out. Now a yearly staple. Besides that, there's no tree or decorations to speak of, but the snowfall outside and the quiet of the room suits us just fine. The room is filled with the smell of oven roast as I finish mashed potatoes. Today isn't Christmas, but it's the closest thing we have together. I join her in the living room. She sitting on my old sofa, staring distantly out the window.
Your place looks lovely.
It isn't much.
We don't need much. We've got plenty here.
Couldn't ask for more.
I remember at the old place we'd put up little signs to make sure Santa found his way even without a chimney.
Christmas was never huge with us after we moved. I was always pretty content with the gifts Santa brought, even if it was Mom who forced me to make a list every year.
It was so cute how worried you were that he would forget to bring me a present.
But he always did.
Yeah. Well, after the time he did slip up and you gave me half of yours, I made sure he never forgot again. My little Ollie was always the sweetest little kid. Too nice for their own good.
Her little Ollie. I've been hearing that name a lot as of late, huh?
Don't say it like it's a bad thing. You were the one who taught me, after all.
I won't take all the blame. When you were growing up, do you know how worried I was that you never had a rebellious phase?
Then high school happened.
Skipping class and hiding out in the Bell House once in a blue moon hardly counts. Every kid causes trouble, but you were a good kid. You still are.
Thanks. You're a good mom, too.
She smiles in her sweet way and beckons me to join her on the couch.
So, how are things going with Caprice?
She reaches into a bowl nearby and unwraps a small candy that she pops into her mouth.
The date at the aquarium was really nice.
I'm so happy to hear that. I had to resist texting you all evening.
You didn't have to.
I would have kept asking every second how it was going. It's better I didn't.
I can't but chuckle to myself, thinking back to how that date started.
What is it?
Caprice's mom was the same way. Caprice basically had to pry her off of us at the start.
Oh, that's right. She works there.
Yep. Caprice gets discounts because of it.
You should bring them to the diner sometime.
Maybe.
There are better places to eat, and the last place I want to spend what precious little free time I have is at work. Weird how things change between high school and college.
Aw. Are you embarrassed your mom might serve you?
No, it's not that.
So if I tell Mom as much, I feel like it put her down. She loves the place. Not that I don't, but...
Well, I'd like to see Caprice again soon. Her mother, too.
Oh, right. About that. I'm sorry. Guess I should have asked you first, but...
She's gonna show up right this moment, isn't she? I pull out my phone and give it a quick glance. Caprice said she was on her way a bit ago, but I've been anxiously checking for updates every few minutes regardless.
You didn't! Really?
I'm relieved to see she doesn't mind. To the contrary, she's excited.
I might have.
As if on cue, I hear the buzz of my apartment's doorbell. I should have expected she'd skip the text and just come right up instead.
That's probably her. I'll get it.
Mom giggles sweetly as she heads back in the kitchen to start the next bit of dinner prep.
You sure sound enthusiastic today.
You know, I was just thinking that too, actually. I feel like Caprice just overall has a much healthier impact on Olive, because Olive just exudes like a lot more energy and positivity in this route too. Not to say that like Olive's interactions with Millie were bad, but I don't know. It's just kind of nice to see Caprice's energy kind of rubbing off on our little recluse here. As if she isn't. I spare the rebuttal as I quickly rush to open the door.
Ollie, Merry Christmas. I brought pie.
A box is shoved in my face.
Oh, you didn't have to.
Sure I did. It's chocolate.
She says past me and begins looking around my apartment. She quickly notices my mom and rushes over to her.
Hi, Miss Penn. It's been a while. Merry Christmas.
Oh, so she can use polite greetings.
It sure has. Merry almost Christmas to you too, Caprice.
I can't believe Olive has been keeping us apart. Is it me, Ollie?
Caprice gazes towards me with a faux heartbreaking stare. I give her a raised eyebrow, but Mom pipes in immediately, looking a bit worried.
Oh, darling, I've just been working like a dog. Ollie's been just head over heels for you.
That voice.
Oh, whoa. Joking. I was just joking.
Bright pink flushes her face immediately. I laugh low to myself. Even without playing along with her a bit, it looks like Mom is able to keep up with Caprice in her own way.
I know, dear. I'm teasing you. You just relax and the two of us will finish cooking up dinner here.
And sit here bored? No way. Let me help out with something.
The look of fear is just like, oh no. I haven't taught her how to cook yet. Oh god.
You still owe me a lesson, don't you?
I don't work holidays.
Oh, Ollie, it'll be fun. We could use the help.
At least someone here trusts me.
Hey. Here, you try.
That's it? Come on, this is easy stuff.
Every time I see that face, it just sparks joy. So she says as she starts filling her dinner with holes, consistently missing her mark with the meat thermometer. It's starting to look more like Swiss cheese at this point.
You can't just stick the thermometer in anywhere. Look, you have to measure a specific spot.
I pointed the side of the roast for her to measure, only for her to jab the needle in with such speed and power that forced me to pull back my hand instinctively in terror. She simply laughs a brittle, stabbing off with a small giggle.
It's good to see you two having fun together.
Mom smiles as she carries the tray towards the table.
Look! Is it ready?
She blocks my field of view with the meat thermometer without warning.
Yes, that looks fine.
Time to eat!
Dinner comes and goes. The relative quiet of the apartment replaced with energy and excitement as Caprice and Mom catch up as if they hadn't seen each other for 15 years. We eventually make our way back to the living room for a small gift exchange, nibbling on bits of pie in between.
Caprice helped me with your gift. It isn't much, but I hope you like it.
Caprice practically bounces up and down in excitement as Mom carefully unwraps her gift.
Anything from you is bound to be wonderful. Doubly so if Caprice was involved.
She pulls from my carefully wrapped package a simple watering can, layered with paint, leaving almost none of the metal beneath visible.
Your flower pot gave me the idea. When I told Caprice about it, she wanted to help. So we split it up and painted different parts of it.
Oh, you too.
Mom softens visibly the way she does whenever she tries not to cry.
I know spring is a ways off, but I hope it'll come in handy.
Well,
Of course I love it. Thank you. Both of you.
She pulls the two of us into a warm embrace. I feel Caprice hug back tightly too, and Mom plants a kiss on top of my forehead. Or my head. I guess forehead would work too, but, you know. After we settle back down, Caprice leans a bit against me, content to watch.
Now, mine isn't as extravagant.
Reaching behind herself, she pulls out an envelope.
You know you didn't have to do anything.
I open it up to find a cute little Christmas card and cash. Not a small amount either.
This is...
4 semesters worth.
I grit my teeth to try and hold myself together once my brain catches up and realize what's happening. What she's giving me. Everything I've done in my adult life was for the contents of this envelope. Working as hard as much as possible, pursuing a degree I don't feel anything for. All to help support the woman who did everything and more for me. And here's the result of my efforts somehow back in my own hands.
Mom. I can't.
It's yours, Ollie. This is all yours.
I don't really know what to say. I've been saying mine to Mom all this time, thinking she would need it more than me. Thinking I can get by just fine. My mom's coarse, dry hands wrap around mine, gently pushing the envelope that I'd subconsciously been holding back to her towards me.
I want you to take care of yourself. I had no other way to convince you that I'm doing okay. That it's time for you to focus on your own future. Use it however you want. Take a year off classes, take a year off work. Find something you really enjoy doing. I'm so proud of you. Please stop holding yourself back for my sake. I'm your mom. You're supposed to let me support you, okay?
I can't say anything. Glance over to Caprice at my side. She takes her hands and places them on mine instead.
And hey, you have Caprice now. You could even spend money on her. The two of you being happy together is as good a gift as any.
Caprice blushes a bit, but she squeezes my hand all the same. Let me know she's here for me.
We'll always have each other. But I need you to start living for yourself too. Okay, Ollie?
It takes me one more minute to process.
Yeah. Okay.
With that, the dam bursts open as I bring my free hand up to bury my eyes. The stress passing this last semester, following a business degree just to help her as best I'm able. She's said things similar to this before, but as she and Caprice wrap me a comforting hug, it's the first time I've been able to understand what she's been saying.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
You take care of each other. Okay?
we will. I promise.
Man,
Thanks for the ride.
you can't just do that and just immediately cut to a sweet scene like this. Oh god, okay, I'm sniffling a little bit. Give me a second. Okay. I'm alright. I was not expecting to get gut punched like that. I thought we were going to get the gut punches a little later today, but not that soon. Ugh.
Don't worry about it. I feel bad asking you to bike there.
I wonder if I'm the only one in this car feeling on edge. Charlie eyes it well if she is, and I don't think Caprice would ever admit to it. A big family meetup like this is supposed to be a huge anxiety-ridden part of the dating process. With the feud between Caprice and Millie being the way it is, though, leaving a positive impression is second to just surviving the assured awkwardness of it all in my mind.
By the way, Caprice, what's with the present? I thought you dropped off all your gifts with me last time I came to pick stuff up.
I was wondering why Caprice is traveling so light when these two picked me up. I remember Caprice buying her mom that cast iron for Christmas a while back, but the lone present sitting on her lap was way too thin to house it.
For a special someone, maybe?
She achieves her desired effect of having me retreat in my scarf in a vain attempt to hide myself from view. I hope I get used to the teasing, since it doesn't seem like there's going to be a stop to it anytime soon.
Nah, Ollie's was in the first batch. This is actually for Millie. I was only able to pick it up and get it wrapped this morning.
Oh, I know what that gift is. I did Millie's route. I 100% know what that gift is.
I really want to bury the hatchet so we can go back to making good memories again.
As well as she was able to mask her tension before, it's hard to miss Charlie's shift in posture in response to that. Her shoulders perking up as if 100 pounds had suddenly been taken off her back. The car door slams shut with a thud as I do a quick stretch. It wasn't a terribly long ride, but going through this motion helps loosen my muscles as well as my nerves. I join Caprice and Charlie at the door after finishing shaking out as much anxiety as I can. A couple quick raps on the door is enough to get a response. Hey, Mike. The door slowly opens to reveal Mike. Despite our first interaction going relatively well, it's still hard not to be intimidated by that face of his.
Hey.
Hi.
Not as warm as I expect two lovebirds to be. I guess with Millie around, they feel the need to walk on eggshells. Regardless, Mike's eyes soon shift from Charlie to me.
Hey, good to see you again.
Hey, buddy.
Same to you.
Look at you, Ollie. Just like old friends already.
Man, it's like I said earlier, like, I kind of both love and hate that, like, Olive already just has this, like, much closer relationship with both the parents this time around. Because, again, like, in Millie's route, like, just, things were so awkward with Mike out of the gate at Christmas. Like, I feel like in Millie's route, Olive and Mike just never really had a good chance to bond.
Olive's fine. Thanks.
Either way, glad you could make it. Come on in, you three. Don't look at any warmer standing out there.
The warmth of the house feels both comforting and a little suffocating coming straight in from the cold. Charlie and Mike retreat in the kitchen while Caprice and I place our presents down beneath the crowded tree. Caprice being a bit more gentle than I typically expect from her. The care in which she handled her gift isn't present at all as she flops onto the couch, begging me to join her with a couple quick taps on the cushion next to her. I accept her invitation, giving the home a brief scan as I do. Despite it being my first time here, it definitely gives off a nostalgic kind of vibe. Notably, however, Millie doesn't seem to be around.
She's older than me. Whenever we'd come to visit when I was little, I always felt like I could melt right into her.
Oh yeah. I remember you mentioning something about knowing the Clarks since grade school.
It goes back way further than that. Mine and Millie's parents were best friends way before either of us were born. Our moms met in high school and were inseparable ever since. I've spent every Christmas here. And every other holiday, too.
She looks back up at the tree. Now that she mentions it, quite a few ornaments have her name on them, too. I had a vague idea of how things are falling into place already, but I didn't expect their history to be that lengthy. Just another wrinkle in this already complicated situation.
Are you doing okay?
Caprice inches herself close to me, enough for her arms to be naturally touching.
Yeah, it's just... Millie. I hope she actually shows up. Neither of us have had time to visit home in a while, so I get wanting to hang out in your old room for a bit, but... I don't know.
Any annoyance in her voice quickly mellows to a more somber tone. Being caught in an argument with one of your closest friends for so long must be unimaginably exhausting. On the car ride over, Caprice talked about wanting to start making happy memories. Already, the way of this whole holiday being different from the past ones seems to be putting her down. I lean a bit into her, grabbing her hand and giving it a small squeeze. I can't imagine what this would be like if she were here alone, so at the very least want to remind her she isn't.
She'll be down soon, I'm sure. You've got a gift to deliver, right?
I'll give a verbal response like I was hoping for, but at the corners of her mouth tugging upwards, I consider the mission at least a small success.
Dinner's just about ready.
I jump at the sunbound noise, trying to hide it somewhat by transitioning straight to a standing position. Caprice doesn't seem fazed, but joins me nonetheless. Mike and Charlie made their way out of the kitchen, eyes fixate briefly on the staircase before turning to us.
Finally, it smells great!
As always, don't get your hopes up. I haven't been practicing much since Millie moved out.
One of these days, we're going to get you to accept the compliment.
Man, I remember that dialogue. Deja vu.
If you ever figure out how, let me know. I've been trying for about 21 years now.
I feel my heart catch my throat as Millie makes herself known, and it's readily apparent that I'm not the only one, as 4 sets of eyes look up to find the source of the voice. She sounds as warm as her smile, but when she meets us at the base of the stairs, it's more evident that her expression is at least a little forced. At least she's making an effort.
It's good to see you, Olive. Keeping Caprice out of trouble?
Impossible.
Wrong answer.
Against all odds, everyone's concerns about tonight seem to collectively disappear as the two try their hardest to ease attention. Dinner went as well as it could have. Kind words, catching up, the odd friendly ribbing here and there. There were also a lot of unsubtle pivots away from certain points of discussion as well. It's sweeping the conversation on the rug, but for the sake of the holiday, it was probably for the best. The rest of the evening has been taken up by unwrapping gifts. Caprice sits on the largest pile thanks to my additional contribution. Despite what she'd say, creativity has never been my strong suit, so I ended up just buying her a cute tin and filling it with some homemade baked goods. From her, I got a pair of otter-themed salt and pepper shakers that hold hands when put together. That actually sounds adorable. I wish I could see that. To my surprise, an additional gift rests for me under the tree. I unwrap it with overflowing curiosity. Making my way past wrapping paper, I'm with an orange scarf. Oh! That's right, because, like, Mike and Charlie didn't really get to know all of it all during Millie's route, but... Wait, that's really sweet. Oh, that just makes me more sad. Like, man. Like, Millie's just isolates so much in her route, and it kind of extends to Olive a bit by extension, just because it kind of really prevents Olive from just like really establishing this connection with a lot of people like they have during Caprice's route.
It's from both of us, though it was mostly Mike's idea.
You did tell him that was your favorite color, you fool. He gives me a wide grin, and I give him a sheepish one in return. I am never going to be able to walk this back. Our individual piles start to grow as one under the tree continues to shrink. In the end, all that remains is a thin, medium-sized rectangle, from Caprice to Millie. Mike passes up to her before resuming his place, standing on the edge of the couch next to Charlie. There it is, yep. The well-intentioned but ill-fated portrait. She absentmindedly tears away at the wrapping as Caprice starts to slowly lean to watch. Curiosity gets the better of me and I follow her lead. Millie's smile drops.
Caprice, what is...
Charlie and Mike circle around to take a peek. They both seem just as shocked as Millie. Yep. The painting fully realizes itself. The woman with reddish blonde hair smiles towards the viewer, her hands clasped together near her face in a peaceful expression. I immediately recognize the style, and it's not Caprice's. Feel my gaze shift to her, Caprice looks down towards the ground and continues.
I gave Eileen a couple references and asked her to work her magic. I tried to do it myself, but I wanted it to be perfect, so I went to the best of the best.
Oh, right, because I think during Millie's route, Caprice actually did try to do it herself. I was going to say this, I don't remember seeing this during Millie's route. But she's probably going to make the same comment again, isn't she? About the ring. Caprice's smile softens, her ego obviously dampened by the confession. Well, that's one long-standing mystery solved. The other question on my mind remains unanswered. I figure that'll reveal itself soon without meaning to prompt a potentially awkward discussion, though.
I know you still miss her a lot, so I wanted to get you this. Something brand new of her, like a new memory of her, sorta.
Caprice speaks softly, the sincerity playing in her voice. That just makes the accompanying silence that much more painful.
I thought maybe we could hang it up somewhere, together. I don't want you to forget your mom either, Millie. I wanted to prove that. But maybe with this, we can move on too?
As the final piece of the puzzle falls into place in my head, I feel a chill run down my spine. I'm so sorry, Millie. Time passes in total silence. Everyone waiting for any sort of response. Right, because at no point in Caprice's route is it really talked about that Millie's mother is gone. Yeah. Because really Caprice just kind of took it on herself to kind of try and handle all that. Like, it was very different where, like, with Millie kind of wanted it out, but Caprice didn't really want that. And I guess now we're kind of seeing the other side of that where, like I said, sometimes things don't necessarily need someone to intervene and fix them. And here, well, here it's very obvious that Caprice just, again, she meant well, but yeah, she really did just kind of take that all on herself, huh?
Ring is missing.
Yep.
Huh?
Her wedding ring.
Oh, well, that's not a big deal, I'm sure.
Not a big deal. It's part of who she was.
Millie closes her eyes, transparently to push back some form of frustration while the rest of us look on.
Look, I appreciate it, but I can't accept this. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Hey, come on. Eileen only agreed to help with this because it was for you. People care about you, you know?
Caprice attempts to playfully keep the mood up, but her voice doesn't match her face. Her smile is strained, and Millie avoids her gaze completely.
I don't need your club to look after me.
Well, one of them has to.
Millie's expression warps from its previously confused, hard to read stain to one of anger, staring daggers into Caprice.
Caprice, hey.
Charlie's weak attempt at talking down your daughter has an undertone of resignation. It's too late to put this back in its box, and everyone knows it.
You surround yourself with negative people and experiences, and then wonder why you feel so down in the dumps.
Oh no.
You aren't stupid. You know the club stuff isn't what this is about.
I have no idea what this is about. You never try to explain anything, and when we do finally get you to open up, it's all a big contradictory mess.
The volume continues to rise, even through clenched teeth. They're both close to breaking, and I'm dreading finding out which one cracks first.
Oh, I just don't want Mom to be forgotten. Oh, I don't want this reminder of Mom because of some dumb ring.
If it's so dumb, then why are we all making such a big deal about your mom having one now?
Caprice physically recoils back in anger, unsure of how to process that. Her mom keeps her eyes trained downward, fidgeting with the band on her finger.
How can you even say that with a straight face? What's your problem?
Oh, sorry. Guess it's only dumb when it's important to me. Lesson learned.
Mom and I love you. I just want you to talk to us.
And I just want you both out of my life!
Millie hastily grabs her coat from the coat rack and marches out the door with a definitive slam. I hope she'll be okay. To my side, Caprice is frozen, staring at the door that just closed. I go to reach for her hand to tell her that I'm here, but she gently pulls away and clenches her fists onto her lap. Turning my attention back to the couch reveals a totally different scene from the one that was there just minutes ago. Charlie slumps forward, her face buried deep in her hands. Mike places a hand on one of her shoulders, giving it a supportive shake. He gently picks up the piece of art that unraveled everyone's best intentions for the night.
It's a beautiful painting, Caprice. Thank you.
Whereas Lee, Caprice stands and leaves the room, slamming the door of the guest room behind her. Incredibly out of my element with nowhere else to go, I head into the kitchen and bury all my emotions into the waiting pile of dishes, pots, and pans. As I clean, I feel my face get hotter and tears prick at my eyes. I had no idea. If I did, would I have told her to do otherwise? Could I have? No matter how much I think about it, I can only come back to her. All the time worrying about over this painting, talking over it with Eileen in secrecy for months. How crushed she must feel right now. Wish I could be there for her, but being pushed away is still ringing clearly in my mind. The day ends when Charlie quietly approaches me, my arms deep in the sink, cleaning the twice washed dishes, and offers me a ride home. Oh, what about Caprice? It's... Oh, no, I can kind of see her poking out in the seat there. It's eerily quiet. The only sound is the low rumble of the car. As we pass her, beginning to light with twinkling decorations. I don't really know what to do or say, or if I should do or say anything at all. Even from the back seat in the dark, it's easy to imagine the expressions Caprice and Charlie are wearing. Charlie with a stressed, furrowed brow. Caprice staring out the window, quietly fuming. It's the quiet that concerns me. Instead, I've been occupying myself with my phone. It vibrates again. Oh, Haley. Well, that went about as bad as it could have then. God. What should I have done? You? Well, Mal. Ryan Club is dying a slow death. Millie's keeping alive just to avoid talking about your feelings. Haley is always hard to read, but not so here. I don't think I've ever seen a frustrated, angry Haley. It was wrong of me to text her about this, but I don't know who else I could have turned to. Like, what can anyone do at that point? It seems like she's really hurting. Obviously, I know that. She's gonna heal if she pushes everyone away, though. You and Caprice did what you could.
You doing okay? Need me to turn up the heater? I'm fine.
Caprice's answer comes quick, and she doesn't take her eyes off the outside passing by. It's not like they came here today intending to ruin the holidays. Each of them must have hoped for another happy memory, like it's been every year before this. I feel bad. For, I don't know, both of them. And the parents. Yeah. But then again, they should have known this was coming. You think so? You don't? Mom and Dad announced good news to Caprice and expects her to keep it a secret till they can break the news to Mills themselves. You knew the rest. The wedding is one thing. I didn't know about her mom. Well, seems like that might actually be part of the problem, huh? Never bringing her up. You know. I get it. I can't even imagine losing my mom or even my dad. He's mostly out of my life, but he's still alive. And if he had died instead, would I be okay with Mom remarrying? I wanted to say I'd be fine with it, but it's hard for me to know for sure. Emotions aren't really anything you can predict, even if they're yours. Yeah? I mean, I relate to that a bit, actually, because honestly, and I won't go into like the nitty-gritty details, but I never really had a healthy relationship with my dad either. And he did pass away. It has been years at this point, so it's not like it's a fresh wound for me. But he did eventually kind of pass away. And I definitely kind of dealt with like my fair share of grief with it. Even despite not having a like good relationship with him. So yeah, it's not ever one of those things you can predict, because to this day I still think it was like kind of a good idea to cut my dad out of my life and not have that toxicity present. But it didn't stop me from mourning his passing and kind of feeling guilty about how some things played out. Caprice is probably in the same boat as me. She didn't lose a dad. She doesn't see Mike as replacing someone she lost. No wonder she's excited and Millie isn't. Maybe replacement is the wrong word, though. It's not like your mom is being replaced, right? It's a new phase in life or something. Especially considering it's been so many years. Do you think they should have had separate Christmases? I don't know if there's a good answer to that. I don't think Caprice would want to do that. She was looking forward to today. I steal another glance at the front seat. If there's a change in her mood, I can't see it. I know. Look, just do your best to be there for her. Don't need to tell me that. I'll talk to Mills. Or try to. Well, okay. Thanks for letting me know about all this. So I won't say anything stupid later, like, I don't know, how to go. No worries. You're a good kid, Olive. Unless you're secretly not. You have to tell me if you have a dark history. I appreciate Haley so much. My worst crimes are behind me, don't worry. They all say that.
We're here.
The car stops just outside my apartment building. Guess I lost track of where we were. I buckle and exit the car. Honestly, Caprice and Charlie do the same. I meet them both around near the front of the car, huddling in my scarf for warmth. The car's heating was tepid at best, but at least it provides some protection from the ice-cold wind.
Thanks for the ride. Merry Christmas.
Hey, anytime. Merry Christmas to you too. Thanks for coming. It's always nice seeing you.
Oh, even after all that.
I'm sorry it turned out so... You know, this was supposed to be a good day.
Caprice.
Caprice shakes her head. Charlie's voice falters, and she just gives a soft sigh and a weak smile to me instead.
It's just been a really stressful few months. For everyone. I hope you'll give us another chance next year.
I'd be happy to.
Good to hear. Good night, Olive.
Good night, Charlie.
Ma, you said it. You finally said it.
Listen, if that doesn't brighten up the night, I don't know what will. I turn to leave it, make it a few steps of the sidewalk, but...
Hey, Ollie, wait a sec.
She turns to her mom, already halfway inside the car to leave.
I think I'm gonna stay the night at Olive's, if that's okay.
Of course. Call me if you need anything, okay?
No.
Always.
Caprice gives her mom a quick hug, and the two exchange quick goodbyes and love yous before she rushes up the few steps after me.
Hey, so I'm staying here.
I appreciate, in typical Caprice fashion, she has kind of decided that, but given the circumstances, I'm not gonna judge her for that.
So I heard. Come on in.
I unlock the door to my apartment and flick on the light. Caprice is right behind me, eager to escape the cold. After discarding my winter wear and cranking the heat as high as it'll go, I join her on the couch. She sits with her legs pulled up onto the couch, making herself as small as possible and staring out the window. She's made herself unavailable to any form of embrace I can offer besides rubbing her back. It takes a few moments for her to acknowledge my presence. She doesn't make eye contact with me, but she scoots a little bit closer.
Are you okay?
She shakes her head.
No, not really.
Do you want to talk about it?
Another shake of the head.
I really wanted to have a good Christmas together. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Too late.
Even at that, she gives me a tiny, apologetic smile that just makes me feel even worse. Still, it's not about me right now. Once again, I reach for Caprice's hand, but this time I kiss her fingertips and squeeze. This move is so nearly intimate I blush a little, but Caprice looks up for the first time. Success.
Christmas isn't over yet, and we get to spend the rest of it together. I love you. I'm going to go make myself a hot chocolate. Would you like one too?
She smiles. A real one this time. She squeezes my hand back.
Well, if you're already making them.
2 hot chocolates coming right up.
It's not long before I return, handing her a mug before I sit down next to her, going slow as to prevent spilling my own. I made sure hers was given the works, with extra whipped cream and some chocolate shavings. Mine's plain, but that suits me fine.
Whoa.
Impressed by the extra work put into hers, she gives a small sip. Her face lights up, which is such a huge relief to me after how the night's been going so far.
Was that a good whoa?
No, it was a Crash Bandicoot whoa. Wow.
It was a great whoa. Thank you.
She repeats that she pulled off on the Clark's couch, moving close to me until we're touching. This time she takes a step further, resting her head on my shoulder. We sit and relax in silence for a bit as the already dark sky outside gets even darker. Illuminated only by the fairy lights I lazily strung around the window and the far more festive houses in the distance. After a few more sips, I feel Capri shift a little next to me. She looks about ready to start crying, but instead chooses to right herself with an exhale instead, push everything back.
You okay?
Still no. But a bit better now. I screwed up really bad, huh?
She rotates the mug in her hands. Part of me wants to try and steer the conversation to spare her the possibility of dragging herself through the mud again. But if she wants to talk now, then the best thing I can do is listen.
I was working on it for so long. I was practically learning how to paint from scratch. All that effort just to try and make something good enough for her. I know, I must sound like a big hypocrite. Normally I'd be all, it's the thought that counts and it doesn't need to be perfect. But in this case, it just did. It had to be perfect. No matter what I did, or how hard I tried, it wasn't. I just couldn't pull it off, so I ended up asking Eileen to do it for me instead. It was such a quick turnaround, too. I felt awful about it. She really did an amazing job.
It was beautiful. I was shocked, though, if I'm being honest.
Capri's last a little at that, taking a minute to savor the drink.
She's a big softie, regardless of how much she tries to hide it.
No, not that. I mean, you. I remember you telling me how much you hate asking for stuff like that.
She gives a non-committal shrug.
I was so desperate for it to be good, Olive. Millie deserved it, I thought.
And now?
I mean, you saw what she thought of it. Not just her either. Mom and Mike were so sad, I couldn't look either of them in the eyes for the rest of the night.
I've never heard her sound so utterly defeated before. My heart sinks lower and lower with each passing word. I try to think of something to say, but I keep coming up empty. There's nothing about this situation that I can really comment on. All I know is that Caprice's heart was in the right place. I don't doubt that. I don't think anyone else can either. I just wish I could help reassure her of that in some way. But the facts of the situation aren't in my favor.
I don't remember much about her. Millie's mom. It's not like we were toddlers when it happened, but, like, do you remember everything about your childhood growing up?
Lots of stuff slips through the cracks, yeah.
Yeah, and as close as our families were, I still didn't see her every day or anything. I don't remember much. I only ever remember her being kind. And I remember how happy Mom was whenever we were around Millie's family. But it's really hard for me to think of specifics.
She takes a sip of hot chocolate, trying to piece together her next sentence. And she takes another.
I remember other things clearly, though. I remember Millie crying. I remember hugging her as tightly as my little arms could. I remember falling asleep with her on the couch, nestled between Mom and Mike.
Another slow sip, slow and deliberate.
Those were the things I was thinking of when I started on that dumb painting. I'm out of ideas, especially if she won't actually talk to me.
There's a level of contentment in her resignation that breaks my heart more than if she were to simply sound sad about it.
There's always a plan B, even if you haven't thought of it yet.
The painting was like playing Q.
And you still have a good amount of the alphabet left to go.
Yeah, you got a whole 26 layers to work with, girl.
Maybe.
If someone like me can believe that, then surely there's some sort of spark in you that can too.
After a small sigh, she lifts her head up for a moment. I remove her head and rebury herself on my shoulder, moving back and forth a couple times to make sure she's as deep in as she can get.
Thanks for listening to me whine all night. I know it's not the best way to end the holiday.
It's fine. Like I said, we're still spending time together in the end.
Yeah, this is nice.
I lean in, rest my head against hers. We stay like this until both of our cups are empty and for a bit longer besides. The morning already started off on a bad foot. Literally, with my foot cramped up and my neck sore from sleeping on the couch. Caprice was the same, as comfortable as we were drifting off. Neither of us wanted to commit to sleeping in bed together or separating. Even without that, it seems like sleeping on it made things worse. Caprice has been checking her phone non-stop, staring blankly at her contacts list and refreshing her text messages. I excuse myself for a quick shower, and she's still slumped about on the couch, waiting for a text message that probably won't come. But now, rummaging around my fridge and cabinets, I realize I haven't been grocery shopping lately. I kick myself a bit for not preparing better. As good a full breakfast would be for both of us, it can't be helped.
Anything you want to do today? We have the whole day to ourselves.
You wanna go dye our hair a crazy color?
Is that where that came from? Rin, my girl Rin, throws that phrase around occasionally. Is that where that came? Is this where that came from? I'm glad to ask her that. I don't know what answer I was expecting. Definitely not that.
I think I'm good. I was thinking more like going out somewhere to eat.
Catching herself by surprise, she files up from her phone. Guilt ran across her face. She fills her hands as she continues.
Oh, gosh, sorry. That wasn't because of you. I was just joking. I don't really feel like going out at all right now. I'm okay skipping breakfast. I'm not really hungry.
She falls back in the couch before she can go back to her phone without thinking. I grab a skillet pan off the stove.
No, it's okay. I have enough for some omelets at least. Do you want to help?
She stares at me, unconvinced.
I think it's probably better if you just do it.
Maybe. But I do owe you a cooking lesson. Unless I should just consider that debt forgiven.
Caprice takes an extra minute to think it over. I wiggle the frying pan as enticingly as I can in her direction. We both know how ridiculous I look right now, and thankfully it's enough to crack a smile on her face and make her pop up from the couch.
Okay. The last one barely counted, so you owe me double.
Not how that works.
Triple.
Yes, ma'am.
The smell of cooked eggs from the kitchen is nigh overwhelming.
Fold it. No, more like...
You do it.
She thrusts a spatula in my direction, laying go of the pan in front of her and immediately taking a step back. I take it and try to salvage the current mess. It's definitely not an omelet. The eggs are stuck to the pan and the uneven flipping it made it more like a half-cooked scramble. It's not burnt, at least. I add a bit more milk for fluffiness, and after a couple more moments, scrape the finished scramble onto the plate next to the other misfits.
You're doing fine. Don't worry. We can try again.
This was stupid. What a waste of eggs. How many are even left? Like 4 out of the entire dozen?
That's oddly negative for you, girl. Her voice is uncharacteristically angry, but her face is red with embarrassment and frustration. She wipes her face, refusing to let any tears fall. We have gone through most of the eggs. None of the almonds have really come together for her like the first one I made as an example, but they still look delicious.
Let's just eat. It's fine.
Despite her words, she's already cracking 2 more eggs into a bowl. She whips up the omelet quickly, stirring with all her pent-up frustration. I put the spatula on the counter next to her silently. While she turns to grab another plate, I put the heat on the stove down a tiny bit to account for the pan already being pretty hot now.
It's just eggs. They taste the same no matter what they look like. What's the difference if it's all soft and fluffy and perfect or messy and scrambled and terrible?
The butter sizzles in the pan, and she swirls around with the spatula as she adds a tiny bit of milk to the egg mixture with her other. Grumbling, she pours mixture into the pan, and on this attempt, she waits. She stares at the mixture, browsing in concentration until it begins to yellow and bubble up. With a slow, deliberate motion, she traces underneath the omelet to make sure none of it's sticking this time. Then she tilts the pan forward as she flips the top half of the omelet over on itself. She covers it with a lid, counts to a full minute.
58, 59, 60. Is it done?
Looks like it. Here. Can you scoop it onto the plate?
Okay. Does it look okay?
Looks perfect.
You're just saying that.
Do you want me to find criticism?
She hesitates, looking at the plate. The omelet is fluffy. The minced ham dots the surface with color, and the cheese is melted beautifully.
Well, when the pro chef says it's good, then I guess it has to be, huh?
Let's eat. 8+ for you.
She perks up at the genuine grade for her work. She bites her lip a bit, and tired as she looks, she's fluffing a bit with pride. Or flushing, not fluffing. Why did I say? All this talk about omelets has me thinking about omelets. I'm hungry now. I can't help it. I give her a little kiss on the cheek. We bring all the undercooked, overcooked, misshapen, and broken omelets to the table for our second feast in the last 24 hours. Merry Eggmas, everyone.
It smells so good.
She breathes in the spiced coffee from her mug. It was a gamble knowing her, but it seems like I put enough sugar and cream into it to make it palatable.
Yeah, it's very Christmassy.
Can't believe it's already come and gone.
The build-up always feels the longest, huh? And then it's over.
It's worse when you're a kid. December used to feel like it lasted an entire year.
Yeah, I get that. Mom would always try to be sneaky about presents, always asking me what I wanted without actually asking.
For most of my childhood, I spent Christmas alone with her. That was if she got work off, and she always tried to.
Oh, mine too.
She giggles. I'm glad we can share memories like this.
She tried to hide them over at the Clark's place so I couldn't find them. But I wised up to that. There was a year I tried to get Millie to help me search. We looked all over, but we got caught before we could find anything. The Clark house always felt so big. So many places to hide. Them having 2 whole floors blew my mind as a kid.
I can't but laugh at her nostalgia-induced frustration. I guess it's something a lot of people would be able to relate to.
My mom always hid stuff in the same place. After we moved to the apartment, at least. I think trying to peek is more fun than seeing what's in there. Then you ruin Christmas morning.
Oh, have you moved a lot?
A few times, yeah. We used to celebrate with my dad and grandma when I was really young. After they divorced and we moved out, Mom always made sure to decorate the place to make it feel extra special.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I shake my head. There's a bit of a somber feeling in my chest as I recall that far back. The big, beautiful tree packed to the brim with presents. The smell of pine sap and a home-cooked meal. It's clearly put into perspective when I remember all the shouting, all the fighting. Has it always been just you two? I don't know how long ago it was that Caprice asked me that question. In all the ways that it matters, it has been.
I'm happy it happened. My mom's a really, really great mom. My grandma thought they should just work it out for my sake. I can't imagine how hard it must have been. She still says she feels really selfish for it. I've always been proud of her for getting out of a bad situation to find her own happiness in life. I think, in the end, I prefer those memories of us celebrating in a cramped, one-bedroom place more than anything else.
Yeah, spending time with Mom in our place around this time was always really cozy too. Like a special kind of warm. I'm going to miss that place. She'll be moving in with Mike after they get married. Last I heard, she's already started packing.
I never considered that.
I see.
I grew up there, you know?
I give her a bit of a nod of understanding. I can't really entirely, but I've never been able to forget my childhood home and all the memories there either.
Oh, but don't get me wrong. I'm happy Mom's marrying Mike. It's like you said, I really want my mom to pursue her own joy for once, and I'm excited that our family is growing. I wish Millie understood that this is just a family we've always had coming together.
I guess her perspective on it is a little different.
Looks like it.
We in silence for a moment. I was hoping yesterday wouldn't come up so soon, especially with how well the morning's been going, but I suppose it was inevitable.
I'll miss it. Honestly, I miss it now. A lot of the time.
She pokes at the last bits of her scrambled eggs.
More and more lately. I should probably go visit Mom before she moves out of the place. Actually, I had planned on going back with her yesterday before the sudden change in plans. I'm tripping all over myself this morning. Last night was really nice. I don't regret it for a second.
You're fine. I get it.
She must still be distracted over how things went yesterday. I could never blame her for that.
I think you should definitely take that trip soon. Sounds like it'd be good for you.
Yeah. I'll give it some thought. She's not too far, but it might have to be an overnight trip.
Well, that should be fine. Still some time before school starts up, right?
Yeah, plenty of time.
She goes back to her food. Take another forkful.
We can take today a bit slow, though.
Oh. Okay. And that's about where I wanted to stop for today, too. I definitely feel...
First and foremost, I hope everyone had a great holiday.
Absolutely did. And I'm glad to see you back to your positive self. But however, as I said, that's definitely our stopping point for today. Man, I'll be honest. I don't know what it is, but like something about Caprice's route is making me feel considerably less sympathetic towards Millie. I don't know. I just, it's one of those things where I'm going to like think about it once I'm done with stream and kind of formulate a few of my thoughts, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of what Millie does is kind of like her fault, so to speak. But I guess it's like also kind of like it really does influence the people. It kind of shows how you can influence people around you a lot. Like very much how Caprice can is like she's very outgoing and open, and as a result, like it's resulting in a lot more people coming to Olive's life, and a lot of those people are genuinely like caring about Olive and like trying to make that like bridge that gap to get to know them better. Whereas with Millie, like, Millie isolated so much that Olive didn't get a lot of good opportunities to get to know all these people as well. It's just, it makes me a little mad in some ways. And I'm definitely a little sleepy. And my throat is still getting a little hurty, so definitely won't try to articulate those thoughts too much tonight. But I definitely think if we finish this next session, which probably should be able to, if it's anything like Millie's route, it'll probably have be a 3-act story. But yeah, I don't know. I'm already kind of like formulating some thoughts here, but I'll give it time to cook, and we'll come back to this next week. And if we finish it next week, then I'll have a lot to say. That being said, though, don't know if there's trying to see who all may or may not be alive right now. I think we'll forgo the raid just for tonight. Once again, there are a couple people on the line right now who I could maybe raid, but I haven't had the chance to engage with them as much as I would like, so I don't know if they'll pass a vibe check, so to speak. But yeah, that'll be it for me today. Like I said, probably not gonna stream tomorrow. I do want to play more Yakuza though. I'm in the mood, so I might try to squeeze that in at some point on Friday. But for now, I do appreciate everybody who stopped in, even if it was just to lurk or say hi for a little bit. And I hope you have a good day, good evening, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see ya when I see ya. Okay? Okay. Goodbye.